Hey guys, welcome to JazzedTutorials. So this week's tutorial is going to be a cool photo effect tutorial. I randomly made this by accident the other night, so I thought I would share it with you guys because I thought you guys would like it. So here we go. I've opened a photo that I found on Google.com, and yes, I'm aware that's watermarked, but I'm sorry, that's the best I can do at the moment when I was making this. So here we go. Duplicate the background layer, and go up here to Filter, and go to Blur, and add a Gaussian blur. I'm using 3.0, but you can alter your settings if you need to. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a mask layer out of that. And we're going to now erase the parts of the photo we don't want to have blurred, which I'm only going to do the middle part with her face and her body. So, there we go. Alright, I like that. It's kind of feathered out. It looks pretty cool, so there we have it. Let me just do a little bit more, actually. There we go. Alright. So, once you have that, I'm going to go over here and add a gradient adjustment layer, a gradient map adjustment layer, that is. And I'm going to choose the red, yellow, and orange color, or orange and yellow, it says. And this is found in your presets under your gradient section. So it does come standard with Photoshop, so you don't have to make it. You can go ahead and find it. If you don't know where to look for it, go into your preset folder, and you'll see it in there, and that's where you'll be able to use it. So click OK. And you're going to want to reverse this because if you don't reverse it, it'll look ridiculous. So go ahead and reverse that so you see that. Alrighty. We're going to then turn this layer to soft light. There we have it. Looks pretty awesome. But we're not done yet. I mean, you can stop right there, but why stop there when you can go way further and make it look even more awesome? Now, the next step's a little tricky because you have to kind of be, some versions of Photoshop have this available right away. Some you have to be in 32-bit mode. Now, you're probably wondering what the heck is 32-bit mode? Well, it's a different running of Photoshop for certain versions. Mostly it's CS5 and above that have this issue. I'm not sure. It's not every particular one. It's just certain CS5 and CS5 extended editions had like a glitch in the system, and the only way to find this specific file is to go into 32-bit mode. Now, I don't know how to find the 32-bit mode in a Windows. I'm very sorry. I have a Mac, so I'm only Mac. I only know how to do it in Mac. But hopefully you'll find a way to do it, or you know how to do it already in a Windows computer if you're using Windows. But for those of you that are using a Mac computer, I will show you how to do it quickly. Basically what you got to do, completely X out of Photoshop. I'm not going to do that because I've already done it, but I'm going to show you anyway. So go ahead and X out of that. And then once you've X'd out of Photoshop, go into your Finder, click on your applications, and double click on the app Adobe Photoshop CS5 folder. And then you're going to right click the icon there and click Get Info. And then it will have a little box saying here, Open in 32-bit mode. Check that off. Then you can X out all of this, and then you can reopen Photoshop, and your next, and then the lighting effects filter we're going to use will be there under Render. Now, if I were not in 32-bit mode, this would not be visible. This would actually be disappeared. And actually, a few other filters as well wouldn't be there as well. So it's actually worthy of using 32-bit mode in some respects. But once you're done using 32-bit mode, please go back into regular mode because you can't stay in that mode forever because it will do something to Photoshop eventually. I'm not sure what it will do, but I've heard from people that if you stay in that mode too long, it does corrupt the files and it can ruin Photoshop experience for you. So always try and get out of that as quickly as possible. So go in Lighting Effects, and you're going to add a soft omni style to this. Leave all of these as is, just put it right in the dead center, and then click OK, and you should get a similar effect like mine. Alright, once you have that, you're going to go do one more step, and while I was going to leave it like this the other night, but I thought, no, it looks plain and Jane, there needs to be something else to it. So I went ahead and found a cool texture in my computer, and pasted that on there, and it looked pretty awesome, so I'm going to do that as well here. We're going to add this texture here, which I will provide for you in the description below, as I do all my other textures. I would never leave you hanging on a limb. If I do, I will explain why, but usually I give you the links. Alright. And you're going to paste that above everything, including your gradient map. And you're going to change that to soft light, because that gives you the best effect. But if you want to play around and use other blend modes, go right ahead, but I think soft light looks good. Now, I'm not going to leave it quite like that because that looks kind of ridiculous in a way. So I'm going to add a mask layer and mask out the parts I don't want to have showing, which again, I'm going to only do this part here. And voila. There you have it. That's the effect, that's the tutorial, and that's how it's made. So I think it looks pretty rad. I think it's pretty awesome. Hopefully you do too. If you don't, I'm sorry, but I figured you'd like it, so here you go. And as always, every photo is different for your colors and stuff, so you may have to alter the settings for this tutorial a bit, but by all means go ahead and do that, whatever looks good to you. This is just the basics of how to do it, but as always, you can alter it to your settings. Alright, so with that said, thank you for watching, and please comment, like, and subscribe. Oh, and one more thing before I go. If you want to see what I look like in person, head on over to my second channel, Jazzed Vlogs. I have posted my first ever video of myself in person, and I'm telling my YouTube story. How I got started, how it's been awesome, and all that jazz. So go over there, like the video, comment, and tell me what you think. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!